Hey guys, I recently bought a Swedish LK35 liter backpack. Now it's a no frills bag. If you like building stuff and modding stuff, then this is a really good bag for you. First time I have a metal frame and I really like it. I think it's like kind of like bomb proof and I have a feeling it's going to last me a long time. Now it's a really no frills bag, so the shoulder straps, you don't get much padding on it. I'm going to do a close-up of all this so you guys can see. You get two shoulder straps, really easy to adjust with a little tab here. You get no waist belt, no padding, and no pockets on the bag. That's where the mods I did are going to come in now. So the things I added to this was I added a waist belt to it, and I'll show you that in a second. I added two pouches here, just there on each side. But now the mod I did, it didn't involve any sewing, so I didn't put any holes in the bag. And if you don't like it, you can always take it off later on, and it won't have any damage to the bag, which is what I like. So I'll take the camera off now and I'll show you what I did. Right, so for the waist belt, all I did was I took some army webbing and I just put a loop and I just sewed a stitch on there, and then I fed the waist belt through and sewed it tight to the strap here. You got a little strap, really thin, with some just nylon rope attached to it. That's supposed to be for your back support. But I did two of those, so you just spread them out and that will hold your back onto the belt. It does work well. I tried that on already. These straps is what I mentioned before, and they're really thin. With that, I'd probably put maybe some kind of foam and then throw some duct tape on if it really bothers me, but I don't find it bothers me that much. I find it quite comfortable. That thing there, it keeps the metal bars off you, not too bad. Now I just put some D-rings on here so that if I go to camp I can tie this to a tree, just loop it around, clip this on there, which I wasn't able to do before with a normal bag. Now this is the important bit. Let's see if I can get some more light on it. Right, so what I did here was I got some more strapping, and all I did was loop it around this part here, and this part here goes to the buckle all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So I looped it so this bag is still free. This strap here can still adjust and it's not going to interfere, so I didn't sew this to the strapping. Now all I did was sew it onto this double pouch that goes onto the army belts, and that was it. So I got a loop there and a loop down there. Let me get a light here. Yeah, so you got a loop down there and a loop up here to each corner, and then on the other side of the bag down here, now you want to sew it to this part here, that little ring that's on the frame. There's one on each side, and you want to sew it to that, because if you sew it anywhere else it's just going to slide up and down the bag, and you're going to have this pouch fall to the bottom of the bag, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. So this will keep your pouch from sliding down. I've done the same thing on this side here, just there. So that's sewed onto that. That's not coming out. I used a waxed black thread and a sewing awl. So now you have an additional 4 pockets on either side of this bag, which is quite handy. I left this bit open in the middle so that you can still put your axe or whatever you want down the middle. And also on the side of the bag over here is a pocket, so it goes straight through. So you don't have, you can strap stuff to the bag and still stuff down there, and it will go through, no problems. So these bags do find second hand, and they're really cheap. I got this one for £20 in my local army shop, and I'm glad I went in there because I was a bit iffy by buying it online and getting what kind of quality, where I actually seen the quality and I liked it. I'm going to show you now what you actually can carry in this bag. I'm not going to go through each pouch because I have a video already on there about what's in each pouch, and I don't want to make this video too long. So you got your army tent with your basher poles and hiking poles on that one. which again, if you wanted to, you could put down the side of the bag here. I got another thermal blanket, a larger thermal blanket, fleece blanket. I got towel, schmog. I got a canteen and Crusader cup kit. One pouch full of goodies. One large first aid kit. A fire kit. Some wet dry bags. I got a canteen with duct tape on it. Another bag full of goodies. My standard cook set, fire kit and torch. I got another tarp, some tin foil, and that's it on that one. And then you still have my 4 pockets with my cutting tools. I got another proper bushcraft fire kit, rope, some food, cooking utensils, gloves, wipes, and more rope and some more food in that one. And there's no way I would have been able to fit all this into my 65 litre bag. And weight wise, this bag is great. I can put all this in there and I don't feel it, and it hangs right in your waist, which I'll put this all back in there and I'll show you in a minute. But if you're thinking about buying one of these, I would recommend it. It's a cheap alternative. You can just get a 35 litre bag and then, you know, change it to what you need it for. So that's a good little project too. I mean, keep it busy. I mean, a lot of these pouches don't cost much. You usually get them from a car boot sale for like £2, £3, or Army Surplus shop, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's just I want to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna load this back up and I'll show you how it looks put on. Okay, but just to give you an idea on how this sits on you now, these are my thin straps here. They're fitting right where they're supposed to be, which is no fuss to me. The belt hanging on my waist. Pouches are not in any way. Still get to everything. And again, there's no holes in this bag. I didn't make any puncture in it. The only thing I would do is probably waterproof it. It's probably like water resistant because I got a plastic lining on the inside, but because it's an older issue army bag, I probably just waterproof the outside just in case. And it has like little tabs here also that you can just pull them, and you can see how the bag's hanging on my hip now. And you just pull these tabs here and it tightens it right up, nice and snug. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Just want to share that with you guys. I haven't seen the mods I have seen on YouTube. All of them are people sewing pouches to the sides of the bags. And if you want to sell the bag later on, or if you change your mind and take the pouch off for a bigger one or whatever, now you have holes in your bag. So I just thought about another way of doing it, so you're still keeping the bag in the original state. So you, like, you know, if you buy a bag and say, oh, it's crap, later on you might want to sell it. So this is a nice way of keeping that intact also. So just want to share that with you guys. Hope you like it, and like, share, subscribe, please. Thank you.